And now, from Brooklyn, New York, he's the podcaster that's bringing the real heat to the Sunshine State, the host of Ring Fever, Michael L. Ray.
I mean, it's been getting wild. Welcome to Ring Fever with your host, L. Ray. We are live, my man, in the Everglades with my long-time friend, buddy, enemy, boom, the Gator King.
L. Ray, you doing good? Been a while.
What's going on? Long time no speak.
Yeah, I had a little accident last year. I broke my leg. I had to take some time off, but your Gator King coming back, and I've been watching your videos. I just want to say one thing.
you may be on it one day.
Unfortunately, I'm not a dirtbag wrestler like some of those fucks. But look, I'm just gonna say this straight up, El Ray. You got some smarts to go into the business and be exposing it like that, because I'm sick and tired of seeing these wrestlers out here disgracing what I love while I'm sitting back on the shelf.
I am taking on a lot of heat, but it's like when you do like anything, like when you even do regular media, there's gonna be people that like your stuff, and then there's gonna be people that don't like your stuff. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm having fun, I'm not gonna stop because Joe Schmo's mad at me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
So look, I'm gonna say this straight up, and I'm gonna say this honestly. I've always hated your guts. Like, I can't say it any other way. I just hate you. There's nothing I can do about it.
I mean, inside the ring, outside the ring, like what?
Both. I mean, you already know you're a piece of shit, but everybody knows that. We don't even gotta worry about that. Look, outside of the ring, you ain't that bad, but inside the ring, you is straight garbage. You should be making the videos about yourself, son. How you don't have one of your videos up yet? I don't even know.
I put
last time you ran around the ring with Father Jim.
I put a video up of someone put a video up of Brian, but it had me in it, and I had the blue shorts, I had the blue jeans on, and they were like, "Yo, you look like a gym teacher, bro. Why is this not on?" So I put it on. I mean, it's just jokes. Like, look, I've been doing it for 10 years. I have good shows that I've been on that there's 200, 300 people, and then there's bad shows that I've been on that has 30, 40 people. That's why
I respect what you're doing, because if you don't expose the shit, then people won't know that they're shit.
Yeah, that's why I feel funny when like certain people are like, "Oh, you would never amount to nothing. You only do shows that have 30 people." Motherfucker, you on the same show with me. You on the same show with me. Like, how are you judging me if you on the same show with me?
And you can't draw more than 30 people. So what you saying now?
Like, what are you talking about? Like I done, like, brother, you know how many times I've tried with these guys. I've even had sponsors give me money and funded shows, and they still can't draw.
Well, look, I see you got an NWA shirt on.
Oh, yeah. That's from a grab bag I bought when I went to go support
At least he's honest.
Yeah, I went to go support Alex Misery, bro. So
you should support Alex Misery, one of the best wrestlers in the state. He should be on TV.
You ever wrestled him?
I have wrestled him once, yes. He beat my ass. We wrestled once in the Sausage Castle, actually. It was a hardcore match. And it ended with fluorescent light tubes across my back and him swantoning on top of me, on top of those.
Yeah, I went to go support him for his debut, and on February 2nd, I'm going to go support Nick Swift, man. I mean, this one's a little bit more personal. Like, me and Nick, we're both students of Frankie Reyes, and Nick started at Frankie's gym, and then eventually he had Gary Wolf, tuned him up, and he's making his NWA debut, and I've been his one and only manager, so it's kind of personal to watch him make the big show. Like, I'll
It's
probably
personal for me whenever I see anybody in the scene make it, honestly.
Oh yeah, look, I support these dudes. Like, dude, if you ever make NWA or WWE or TNA, as much as you don't like me, dude, I will go out there and still support you. Like we've been on cards together, bro. Like, let's do this. Like, just go. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not.
And as you say, that's another thing that's been crossing my mind. Why are we all fighting here when we could all just be making money?
So,
because like I might not be smart. I'm a pretty dumb guy. I like to wrestle gators. I like to get in the ring with other stinky men in tights. So I mean,
you
not
eat possum.
really smart about me. But I do think that we have a Florida wrestling scene that could be dominant, and I just don't think that it's gonna amount to anything until people put their hands and feet and actually move forward with it together.
So, all right, I'll give you an example. So, I did those videos with the guy Titty Rhodes and stuff, and I know there's certain tactics, like mud show tactics to like get out the mud show and get on to like some of these other shows what they do. So I noticed that this kid was doing a charity show. You know what I mean? Like, and you know me, I don't give a fuck what they do as long as they don't start lying online and like, we need money for autism. We need money for.
But then they don't give it up.
Yeah, so I already knew because I know this kid personally. Like, motherfuckers don't understand. Like, I know this kid when he was 16. I know he's a bum. I've been trying to get him to like open up his eyes and stop listening to other bums and like move forward, my man.
Move forward, like I said. Put your hands and feet and move forward.
So I exposed him because I know he does. Look, bro, there's no way he knows how to open up a charity, do a charity event or fucking contact autism speak or anything like that. What I know what he's doing was he was trying to get everybody to go to this venue, which is a fucking house. Google it. Google it.
That's a mud show right there. Not even your Gator King ends up on mud shows, and I love the swamp.
Gator, this is beyond a mud show. This is somebody's backyard with a nice, like, when they have the little nice
they at least have a good ring. Do they at least have a good ring, or is it one of those paper mache rings?
It's a low boy.
Oh, okay. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad.
No, it's a super low boy.
Oh, it's really bad then. Never mind. I take that back.
It's like 2 inches off the ground.
It's not even a training ring.
I don't know what it is, bro. But look, on Monday when the Mud Show Monday come out, people gonna see like what exactly it was. They're gonna see the venue that they're all arguing about. So I know like certain people done this, like Knockout Wrestling was known for shit like this, and LCCW and all these other people that were known for like hosting charity events and fucking the money go nowhere. And I'm not talking about Nick in particular. I'm talking about like Bill Crew. Like, how many times Bill Crew has fucking lung cancer?
Oh, man, I did a couple of those events. I don't know.
Like, yes, like, bro, how many times you have lung cancer and we done donated money to your cause? So I already knew this kid was just looking for friends because I looked at the card and by certain things, and I looked up the venue, and I went because I know my haters, bro. Like, I know people are more interested in shutting me the fuck up than anything else, and it's in Marion County. So in Marion County, I got a lot of Jews. So I went online and boom, I hit them with the dagger. Boom.
Well, I saw the dagger get hit. I saw it go in, get stabbed, turned around, and pulled back out. I mean, it definitely was a hit, but it opened my eyes to the fact that, man, we got a lot of kids out there coming up into this scene, and they don't know what's good and what's bad, and they're just going for anything.
So then, like, I threw the dagger, and right away you had people jumping online, hating, whatever. I guess they contacted because honestly, like, when you do a show, like, especially for like autism and stuff, you need to have a registered LLC, insurance,
yes,
place of venue,
yes, All that
And
needs to
then
be set, and the city also needs to approve it for you. I've tried to do it, so I
the city or
understand.
the county. I know they didn't get county approval, but I know that they put up a new flyer and they had the little knockout logo. So I'm very
So they went and
convinced.
paid. They went and paid who we know for his insurance.
Okay, which I'm pretty okay with that. Okay, I'm pretty okay with that. But the question is Autism Speak aware that they were doing this? Like, because I know Nick. Nick sometimes tries to do a good thing, and then sometimes he does the little, fucking El Rey, you fucking
El
devil,
Rey.
fuck him, you have the right to wrestle, and you have the right to, it's America. Everybody has the right to wrestle. I just don't like when they do the charity shit. The money ain't going to charity. Like, I just don't like certain ones.
We can be completely honest. The money didn't go to the wrestlers either.
Yes, and they don't go to them either because we've done plenty of them. We don't get paid, bro. Like,
we can be completely honest between the two of us,
bro.
As we're talking here.
I've done, bro. You've been a champion and you haven't gotten paid, bro. Like, tell me about that. Like,
for 2 months,
holding a title for 2 months and never getting paid, bro. How about that?
Having to put over Corey.
Oh God!
In a shitball match at a fundraiser, which wasn't even accounted to Knockout Wrestling.
There you go.
Just because he wanted his belt back.
Just because he wanted the belt back. And then it gets me mad because everybody writes and complains, but no one really does anything about it. And I know when I write certain shit, it comes with a tactic because it creates chaos within the community.
You worked closely with me and Rob Barton when we were trying to turn Knockout around. Mm-hmm. After we started helping out, Rob was a tremendous help, but you know how much effort I put in to that. And to see me and Rob when we had that show, when we booked Romeo and all of them, and I think we drew like 250 people. None of that cash got back to the wrestlers. That's when I realized that you can't help somebody, man. We drew 250 people at the door. So you're telling me there wasn't any money at the door? That's a lie.
And then the following show, when I said I wasn't going to help anymore,
we drew another 200 or so.
And then the following show after that, you drew 20.
Yeah.
And it's not even about.
And I remember that the show after that, I remember exactly what happened. It was, we don't want to pay big budget cards. Because me and Rob had brought him up to a bigger budget than he originally wanted. But man, in this business, you got to put money out to make money.
It's not only that; a lot of them depend on the door, and they're not honest. Like I know a lot of promoters that their heads get swollen because of the card that they book. There's certain people that get in their ears.
But El Rey, even if you're dependent on the door and you drew 250 people, you do the math: 250 times 20.
Yeah, look, I've gone broke doing shows because I haven't there's been several times where I don't draw.
Yeah, you pay the boys.
Yeah, to balance out. And not saying that I had to fuck a couple of people, but I've given them less than what they asked, and I've shown them proof. Like, yo, look, man, this is how much I made. This is how much I gotta give everybody. I'm not even making nothing. But
and that goes back into what we were saying about the business. I mean, there's just in Florida, you can't, if you're not a CCW or a UCW now, or one of those promotions that have now been around for a long, Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling, you're not gonna have a sustained fan base coming to your show.
Yeah, but those companies are a little bit different because you got to think about it. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I'll use Tampa Bay as an example because I know you was part of that regime for a while, right?
Big part of that, yeah.
Okay, a lot of you guys go out there and make friends with the fans and give out flyers and live in that area and look for new people to come in on top of the old people you guys have. and that comes with it. That comes with being hungry, you know. And it's the same thing with like Alex Red and Atomic. You know, it's he's not being greedy. He's a little bit different. He looks for different audience members. Like, you know, he has his rock fans that go, but he looks for his luchadors, and he looks for his, you know, old school audience members, and it goes from networking out. These guys that I love making fun of, they're in their own network. They're in their own fucking bubble, bro. Like the Gordy kid, this show wasn't about autism. Like this was him reaching out to people, making it look like I'm the enemy, to basically cash in on a couple of bookings. So basically, the guys come on, they go on the show, they see, you know, well, you know, Ray was making fun of us or whatever, and then boom, you know, he gets a couple of bookings. Folks, give me 2 seconds. We'll be back right after this.
My name is Angel Salazar, Ángel Salazar, mi gente. Yo soy el actor de la película Scarface, Cara Cortada, con Al Pacino. In the movie, I play Chichi. Chichi, ¿qué te quieres? I'm here with my boy from Fever, Keep It Real.
Big Mike Fever holding it down for your exclusive wrestling, boxing, MMA, and pop culture news.
That's that cheap gator Wi-Fi you be
Look, man,
having.
you just leave me alone. I'm in the middle of the Everglades. You asked me to do a phone interview. You know better than to ask Boone the Gator King to do a phone interview.
I mean, like, I be figuring, you know, 2025, yeah, I got better Wi-Fi. But no, back to
I
what I
got
was
one
saying,
tower and it's in Alligator Alley. I'm in Florida City. That's like
bro.
2 hours south.
Bro, the same thing happened with LJ. But listen, real quick, you know, like I was just finished saying, I felt like it was more of an olive branch of him booking a show and making them think it's for charity. So when they could obviously use my post for his advantage and get bookings elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, don't worry about it, kid. You'll do better next time. You know, don't let El Rey put you down. I'll put you
Well,
on one of my shows. You feel me? Like one of those
well, back
type
to
of
what we
schemes
were
he's trying to do.
back to what we were saying, and right before we lost signal, and I think you were going to get to a good point. A part of the problem today is that a wrestler breaks kayfabe way too much. And I think that that's what you were trying to state is that you'll be at these shows and you'll see people befriending fans. And I kind of been when I was younger, I kind of did it a little bit too, but I at least tried to at least let you know, like I'm still Boone the Gator King, and I'm still a professional wrestler that can honestly murder you if I wanted to. But you know, you have to keep some sort of realism to the sport. I think that that's a part of the problem.
Well, they don't train either, and they don't separate wrestling from real life. Like a lot of these kids don't really have friends. That's why I call them kids. Like they don't, you know what I mean? This is all they got. Like the internet, you know, like when I put a video on these dudes, it really hurts their feelings. Like they get all upset and they put my real name online. Like that's supposed to scare me. Like who doesn't fucking know my real name? You feel me? Like you feel me?
My page is linked to my real name, and he said
You know,
something about that. I think Ashton said something about it. I'm like, so what? You see,
like
it's my real name. I'm still Boone. I'm
yeah,
still
like
gonna slap the shit out of you when I see you.
who who don't know where my grandmother fucking lives? My grandmother runs the fucking the Spanish American Community Center here. You
Where
feel me?
everybody
Everyone,
runs their shows.
yeah, everyone fucking goes to her house to complain. Like the fuck you mean, bro? Like who doesn't know where she lives? But the point is like I just hate when they use charity, bro. Like Do
Well,
something
they're
else.
trying to get the fans to want to show up for a show that had no interesting factors except for one. I mean, I will say that you kind of attacked Jeff Yeager, but the Unnatural Causes are a pretty decent tag team.
Who?
Unnatural Causes, Jeff Yeager.
No, Jeff Yeager attacked me, and I told him to check my resume.
Ah, I didn't see
That's
the
all that
whole
was
thing.
about. You
I was
feel
just
me? Because
saying
my
that
whole
was
thing
the
is,
only people I saw on that card that he booked that would have actually been good to watch. It's just I feel bad for them
well,
having
he
to.
booked him. He booked Dante. He booked the girl BB. He had
Speed Demon.
Yeah, he had Nick from Knockout, which I really think Ashley helped him because she was the one attacking me the most. She had Nick from Knockout, lent him the insurance, and dog, no one's going. Like no one's going to the show.
No,
This is basically he's gonna get what he wants. This is no interest in putting money into autism. No interest in bringing autism awareness.
but he's gonna get a
No,
free show because the wrestlers are gonna come wrestle for free.
and then they're gonna start booking them on shows that they attend to.
Right.
And that's why we never get nowhere. Like like I complain and I say things, but no one catches on till later on. Like, dude, you don't think this is fucking wrong? Like, why are you using autism out of all things? Like, my man's son suffers from that. I have a cousin's. I have a little cousin that has that. I
But
also have.
there are promotions that actually do run charities and actually do pay to charities. So
Yeah, here in Florida,
yeah,
like I said, like I've seen CCW do it.
Real
I've
Pro
seen
Wrestling does it every
Real
year.
Pro Wrestling do it,
Yeah,
and that's the funny thing. Like I've made fun of Zach Monstar several times, but Zach Monstar actually does like suicide prevention shows
every year.
and yeah, and he does like.
Even when their company was having trouble running, they still made sure to run their suicide prevention show every year on
Yeah,
suicide
like
awareness.
and I know that's his thing. I don't know if I don't know if he's like tried to commit suicide or had a friend that commit suicide, but like shit like that, I don't dog because the money actually goes to them
Yeah,
places,
and I've been
and
at those shows. I've seen the check get written,
yeah, and I
and
know he's not using it for a booking
no,
because he does other shows, and some of them do well, some of them are hit or miss. Like I'm not gonna sit there and glorify him, but I am gonna give credit when credit's due. Like CCW, it took them so many years, but I know when they say this is for cancer or this is for such and such medical bills or this is for whatever, I know it really goes because as much as I don't get along with Nelio makes sure the money goes where it goes because he doesn't play like that. He doesn't play, you know,
it's a business to him, and he actually treats it like a business.
but it's not only a business, it's just like, there's other ways to be a scumbag. There's different ways to being a scumbag. It's like when you do shit like that, that's like a different form of like, you know, it's more like the, you don't do that. And me, I hate these battles between me and Nick because he'll go and he'll be like, I'm not a part of the wrestling business and I don't promote shows and but your name's attached to all this bullshit right now. You didn't have all you had to do was call this kid and be like, yo, shut this down. Now, oh, I hate El Rey and you could hey, I tell you what, kid, because hold on.
He he can say all he wants to say about you and anything else, but we can both agree that Nick is a big main reason that the Ocala wrestling scene is dying and dead. If he had never stuck his hand into it, I think that it would be much better off right now.
Hold on, I'm gonna do the voice. I needed some water to do the voice.
Do the voice.
Yeah, because Al Ray, I'm fucking tired of Al Ray. And Al Ray, he thinks he knows everything and I swear to God, how about this, buddy? How about I just lend you my insurance just for this one show for like $100. And if you can't do the $100, you just like, I'll help you because someone gotta put a stop to this kid. What he does on Facebook is just it's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. I'm not in the wrestling business no more. Okay? All I do is promote MMA and boxing.
He couldn't promote anything. He can't promote himself.
Yeah, I'm
Even my
spot on with
dog's
the
laughing
voice.
at that.
Yo, I'm spot on with the voice, kid.
Even my dog is over here laughing at that. I mean, look, that's a part of the problem here in the state. And part of the big stop it. Part of the big problem in the state now is that wrestling it's a dime a dozen, but good promotions are not. Good promoters are not. I mean,
Nah.
we'll be honest. Like you said, you already named a couple of them. The honest ones, Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling, CCW. I mean, those are places that you'll go, you'll get paid to work, and you'll be able to get a platform. ALW is another one. Alex Red, I think, is way underappreciated in this state.
Well, he's hated, and he makes sense. Like the more I get into shit, the more he makes sense. Like I fucking like when I first started, I used to battle him so much. So you know how like he's always talking about friends wrestling, bro. If you start to look at it, it looks like friends wrestling. So I give you an example, and you've called my phone and asked me if that was my ring, all right? You know what ring we talking about now, right?
Hmm.
Now you know that's not me. That's not me. That's somebody thirsty for ring because yeah, we share the same rope color, but I told you, bro, my top rope and bottom rope is green. It's and my middle rope is black.
Yeah,
That ring that you keep seeing in all these fucking promotions, that's that's him, bro. That's him. And I don't want to blow it up because you see, I'm being respectful because at the end of the day, that's how that man makes his money. But you're undercutting everybody in this state just to get booked. And you just charging 250 to 150. And the day that you don't have transportation or something happens, there's gonna be at least seven fucking promotions that have to close their door because they don't got no ring. And Mero Pro Wrestling will be one of them also. You feel me? I'm just throwing it out there. Like I like my ring, bro. It doesn't leave my house no less than $600.
I mean, if we're really talking about it, that's another part of the problem in this state is that I personally think that the state should have some regulations, and if you want to run a wrestling promotion, you should own a ring. I don't think that you should be able to go rent a ring or get rentals from anyone anymore. I think that you should be a reputable
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
promotion.
whoa, 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 whoa. Don't hate on the ring rental.
I don't hate
You
on the
sh-
ring rentals. I hate on the fact that anybody can go out and start a promotion because of it.
Here in this state.
Yes,
I agree.
that is one
Now,
of my problems with it. Is if you want to, like, I can go get a venue tomorrow. I can go find a venue that will let me run without insurance. I know I can. I can go find 15 or 20 talent that will let me low pay them. And I can go book a show and draw 100, maybe 120 people if I really, really, really wanted. Me and you both know this. But at least if I did that, I have some respect for the business in the fact that I'm gonna take care of the locker room. I'm gonna make sure that the show gets run right. We have guys out here that are putting together rings. They don't even know how they're putting together.
oh my god, bro.
Like I get to shows and I go to run the ropes, and I get told the bottom rope's not necessary to be tight. Then you hit the ropes and the ring almost falls apart. Well, no shit, because the bottom rope is necessary to be tight.
I, I had an incident where where I think it was like the second or third shadow show, and I didn't notice until intermission. Remember, everyone was setting up the ring for me, and I left to go get dressed. I fucking went home, got my bag, got dressed, came back, and it was like almost 20 minutes before the show started, and I didn't check the ring. I just went on Vince Steele's fucking word, and the fucking ropes was like WWE ropes.
Yeah,
They were
loose.
losing shit.
Loose. But at least in WWE, when the ropes are loose, they have a little more pull to them.
Yo, I had one of those shows, bro. Oh man, that's fucking wild,
Didn't
bro.
Vince go up on one of the? Didn't Vince go up on one of them and the ropes broke?
No, that's happened several times. That's happened several times.
No, no
Not on my
disrespect to
ring.
Vince Steele, by the way.
No, but
Good worker.
actually, promoters pay for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like promoters will put him on a plane and fly him out to do a
just to
client,
break the ring.
just to break the ring, just to miss that viral video where the referee falls and stuff. Like that's he's been getting paid for that shit for like
I
20
mean,
years
that's
now.
what I said. No disrespect to him. He's a great worker, good worker. I mean, I learned a lot from Vince Steele. Just in the
Bro, let me tell you something. Vince, like, I have my issues with his brother, but yo, bro, Vince, wrestling has paid a lot for Vince to do, bro. He's been to California, he's been to PR, he's been up and down the East Coast, he's been to Texas,
yeah,
he's been to
and he's the
Canada.
master of one bump matches.
Yeah, I mean, they just I don't know, bro. I feel like one of the problems with him also is that we're from that class that didn't tap into social media quick.
Yeah, I'm stuck in that same kind of class. I didn't tap in fast enough, and I really don't know how to manage it too well. And I mean, as you see, I don't know how to manage a phone. So,
I mean, because I gave up on this shit, bro. I just
but
like,
that's what you need to do to make it this fuck in this scene now. I mean, that's what these promoters are looking for. That they're looking for you to have a following before they even bring you in. I mean, especially when you're like, if I were to reach out to like a show in New York or something like that, they don't need me. They have local talent. What do they need me
yeah,
for?
yeah, you got to be like, honestly, you have to have like a certain criteria, a certain sort of boom, no pun intended.
I
You know
mean, you
what I
want to
mean?
know one of the wrestlers that I saw that really mastered it and took a hold of it and has used it to their advantage? The Cheese.
Hmm, yeah, yeah. I would say somebody else we know that you don't. How do I say? He has two social media lives. Benny Blanco, Benjamin
Yeah.
White. That's his new name, Benjamin White. But he has two social media lives. Like as soon as he went back to New York, he has like the dance because he's all over subway creatures. Like anything that has to do with dancing in the subway, that dude's always in the top 25. You know what I mean? And then he has his wrestling stuff. So like he has a big social media following. Like if you combine them together, he probably has like over 20,000
So this
fans.
goes back to the basis of what we've been talking about, and that's bettering independent wrestling as a whole. Do you feel like the WWE ID program is going to help?
It's gonna help, but it all right. So I don't know as much of what the program's doing because I'm not going by what the internet's saying. I'm trying to get like real hard evidence
I
from
haven't been able to speak to anybody that's been
so like
ID'd,
I've
so
I've spoken to fucking WWE members that are in the indies right now. You feel me? Like ex WWE members that are in the indies right now. And it's how do I explain it, bro? It's kind of like bringing back the territories.
well, isn't that what we need?
Mhm.
Isn't that
Yes,
goes back to basically what we've been saying? What I said, how anybody could start a show, anybody can run a show, and then that breaks the integrity of the business. So if you bring it back to where only reputable promotions are able to be seen, so like an Ohio Valley State Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling,
I'm not worried.
OVW's been big for 20 years now. As a wrestler, you get to OVW. I mean, even though we saw that they have their hard times, but still, you wrestle on OVW. Chances are, shortly after that, you do a good job. You'll be somewhere else. You'll be seen.
and, and it helps other promotions that been long term that's almost closing the door. Like this year, we lost Big Time Pro Wrestling in West Virginia. They were open for almost 35 years. They put a lot of people on the map. But it's not. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about not even the pay, bro. I'm worried about the pay for fans. Because when you put that WWE ID, the reason why fans go to indie shows is because of the ticket prices. You know, like I can't afford 40, $50 to go to Monday Night Raw, but I can afford $10 to $15 to go see my local favorite wrestler. You feel me? So that's the only thing I'm worried about. These other dudes, I'm not worried about them getting the WWE ID because that's only gonna solidify schools. You feel me? That's only gonna make it's gonna be more of a how do I say like yo, tell your dog to shut up, son.
I'm
Um
trying.
um it's gonna be like what school did you go to?
All right. Well, we'll talk about that. I actually trained with Jay Lethal.
Okay. So it would be something like that, like only schools where credibility will be taken serious, like a
But you
Jay
should
Lethal.
only be going to schools with credibility.
Well, not here in Florida, bro. There's like 500 schools,
There's
and
500, but as you just
500
heard from what
schools
I,
get an 87 87 ring rentals and 123 promotions out here.
yeah, but as you just heard me say, I know that you can go to school on every corner. If you do your research, you know where you should go. I knew
Yeah,
I should go to Jay Lethal because he was putting out talent after talent after talent. Still is.
they don't. So here's the problem I have with the Gordy kid. He got trained by Johnny Magnum and Mark Thunder, and they came out of the Dory Funk school, and historically, the Dory Funk school has always been trash. Only two or three students ever came out of there that
Less.
actually, yeah,
Less.
like, like, no, because Jake Logan went to NWA and became the first, you know, youngest junior heavyweight champion and shit like that. But they rather take the easy route and be like, you know, Mark trained me and he was trained by Dory, so that means I kind of was trained by Dory, so I belong in the indie route. That's
No.
what they.
No, I went and paid a world champion to train me. That's the difference.
Oh,
That's how I feel like it is. I feel like if you don't go to a reputable place to get trained, and there's other people you can go get trained by. But if you're not going to get to a reputable place, you don't need to go to a world champion. But like I said, there's other people. You got Bob Cook, awesome in the business. He's opening up something here soon. You could go to him. Johnny Walker's thinking about starting up something here. He's looking into it. He's okay though. I mean, if you look at who he's trained, the people that he's trained and have come out of after he's trained
look,
them.
I'll be real with you. Walker surprised me 100% because I was one of those that didn't think UCW would last a year.
Oh, and
And
UCW is becoming a powerhouse.
yes, so
Yeah.
even Walker has surprised me. Like, oh shit, But no,
And we could touch on that, like what's different with UCW and the other promotions. He actually pays wrestlers based off how you draw.
I believe
That
that.
that is one
That's
difference.
that's like an old school mentality.
And look at he's drawing. So I mean the wrestlers benefit from drawing because they're getting extra money in their pockets from drawing. He's getting extra money from his pockets from drawing. And now in that area, like you said, they're becoming a powerhouse that they're thinking about expanding out a little bit, like it's like CCW's done. Uh, CCW has a reputable school with Gangrel. As is Gangrel still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, so I mean that's a reputable. So there's places you can go in Florida if you just do your research. Don't just go give your $1,000 to somebody. If anybody's watching this and they're taking any advice from something I'm saying, that's what I'm telling you right now. If you're gonna get into this business, make sure you go do your research on who's training you. They don't need to be the world champion. They don't need to be the best in the world, but they got to have at least some credibility in this business, and they should
So
be putting out talent.
I always tell people they should in the beginning stay in your school for a little bit.
Yes.
If your school, if you see that your school's not, and don't be a whore either. You know what I'm saying?
No, you shouldn't go and you definitely shouldn't go around to everybody as soon as you can. But
Yeah.
learning from other people is good when you get to a certain level.
So like when I first started, I was going to Gleason's. I didn't really get it because I wasn't really paying money. I was just I was just letting my friends trade me. And when I came to Florida, I already had the ring announce background. I already had some of the play by play background, some of the podcasting background, and some of the managing background, but nothing really big. I feel like I got bigger once Frankie got a hold of me and once Pablo Marquez got a hold of me. Because Pablo was good with playing chess. Like, hey, you're good, but you're not that good. You need to be here and work with him to go here to do this so you could get to this level so you could get treated like this so you could go on to the big show. You know what I mean? So I
But
always
that's
thought,
what you need. You need somebody like that in this business to push people to their limits, to push them past their limits and be able to excel.
yeah, because I owe my whole career to Frankie Reyes and Bill Alfonso and Pablo Marquez. That's how I look at it. Like, because those that year I spent with Bill up and down CCW, he will lyrically tell me like, no, you're moving around too much. You need to stay here, and you need to yell like this, and you need to calm down, and you make no sense. And
And it probably helped you out a lot.
oh yeah, bro, like fuck out of here.
But
I'm
Bill's
gonna
an awesome guy. Bill's one of those veterans that's going to help anybody out if you ask, as long as you talk to him respectfully and you ask.
yeah, and that one show we did together with Jimmy Hart,
Yeah.
and bro, what happened to Cliff?
You want to talk about Father Jim?
Yeah, because he kind of tried to steal my moment that night, but I let it rock, bro. I let it rock because
You want to hear a funny story, actually?
hold on, let me finish. Let me finish the Jimmy Hart shit so I can shatter some dreams like fucking Red and all these bozos that think they're real managers out there. So I don't. Was it the one where was it? I'm
It
not
was a
sure.
knockout. It was a
I know it was a
knockout.
knockout show, and I
It
know
was it
Jimmy
was
Hart was there.
it was at the Tommy Toomey Tools.
Timmy Twos.
Yeah.
Okay, and I remember after that, I know I had the King's Court jacket.
Yeah, you were still rocking that.
Yeah, and he just came up to me and he was like, "I love it. I love the gimmick. Um, two things you need to do." And he didn't criticize nothing. He just said two things you need to do. Number one, you need to color your hair. You need to be more energetic. If that's your brand, color your hair, make it more flamboyant. And then he was like, number two, you need to build up your character because you don't want them to sign your guy and not sign you. That's why every time they signed one of my talents, they had to
He
take me
got
with
signed
them.
him. Yeah.
And I
You know
remember
what?
that.
As you're speaking about Jimmy Hart, man, I think I did 4 shows with Jimmy Hart so far.
Yeah,
I, I,
I've done like six.
yeah, he's always there first thing in the morning. Dude is what, 75 years old, almost 80 years old.
Oh yeah, he'll pull the ring out too.
He still puts the ring up. He still pulls the ring down at the end of
You got
shows.
you got to kick him out.
Yeah, and he, like you just said, he's one of those guys like Gangrel as well that will just willingly come up to you and offer you advice.
Yeah, but here's my thing, bro. Right when he was he was hyping me up, he was juicing me up, he was making me believe that I was gonna be the last manager, the greatest manager of all time. Your fucking boy jumps in and he's like, you see me, you see me, you see what I did out there, you see me, Jimmy, and I'm like, fuck, bro, like, fuck my whole momentum up, bro.
Well, he fucked
I
your momentum up before that because he had already had Jimmy Hart in his bag from the story that he told me. That's what I was about to share with you. So I think Tony Atlas was there that day too, right?
Yeah, it was one of those signings. He only got Jimmy's attention because he had the father suit on, bro, and that was creepy as fuck, bro. Like
So you
everyone
want a
thought he
little
was a real
you want a
priest.
little insider scoop? That wasn't exactly the only reason.
What was it?
Tony did a porno with a gator.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro.
So we're setting the ring up 7:30 in the morning or something like that. It was like 8:30 in the morning. We had just got there, start setting the ring up. He's trying to do, he's over there talking to Jimmy Hart. And Jimmy and him, they pull him back to where Tony Atlas was, and then they start talking. Apparently, Jimmy goes, "Hey Tony, this guy manages the Gator King. You should tell him about your video." So that happened at 7:30 in the morning. You were already way behind the ball by that point, son.
Hell yeah. Jesus Christ, bro. I got stories with Tony Atlas too. But my favorite one, the last time I seen Tony was WrestleMania weekend at that convention they were doing for the legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him and I was talking to him and um he was trying to get me to get him food and shit. I was like, man, get out of here, Tony. He was like, come on, Julio. I'm like, motherfucker, that's not my name. Like, don't you got DoorDash? Like, I had to help him and shit. He's fucking app illiterate and shit. But what happened with you and Father Jim?
Oh, basically, I got tired of his shit.
What kind of shit?
All right, we talking. I mean, to be honest, man, like, good
I mean,
friend.
if you don't want to shoot, you don't have to shoot. But respectfully, like, I like Jim,
I mean,
but
you want. Here, I'll give it to you straight. I'll give it to you straight.
yeah, like I don't know what happened. Like
It
you
got
guys.
tiring being told that I couldn't get booked because people didn't like my manager,
Ooh, okay, that's
and then
rough.
and then having to try and help him and stuff. And I also think that maybe we weren't the best fit for what he does as a character. I know the Father Jim thing is super creepy, but it's only creepy with Boone because
Mm,
he tried to go off and do it.
with who?
He tried to go. Well, he did the. He's currently doing another role at Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling. Um, and like I said, he's done a lot of work in the past 2 years on himself and on his craft. He's gotten a lot better. So
Because
it just
I feel like Cliff. That's his real name, right?
yes,
So Cliff's promos, his I'm Father Jim, blah blah blah. Those were actual real TV quality promos. And then he just went left field. Like, I don't know, like he had like such a big uprising and then like
a lot
it
of the
just
production stuff that you saw, directional wise and stuff, that's all me.
okay. So what happened with you besides you breaking your leg? Did you lose
Other than that, I had a lot of injuries that started piling up. I went really hard, as you know, for about 2.5 years. I wrestled almost every weekend, 2, 3 times a weekend.
yeah, because you
So
lost too much weight at one time.
I lost a lot of weight at one time.
I didn't like that transaction. I think you should have stood big.
Yeah, a lot of people said that's one of the reasons that I kind of bulked back up. I made sure to get a little bit bigger. The knee also lost muscle, so my right knee, um, it didn't tear, but a couple years ago, I don't know if you remember, um, I had a muscle fold in behind another one.
Okay.
So for a couple years, I was going through matches and I'd get pops in matches, and it hurt like a bitch. And I thought, every time you hear it, you think it's a tear. It wasn't a tear. It was just the muscle contracting, I guess is the way they were explaining it. So they said the only thing I could do was take some time off. I took about 4.5 months off, and then I came back and I started to get back into the circuit again. And my timing was just off, and that's how I broke my leg. So, I mean, to be completely honest with you, just kind of like
Did it
one
come
after
off the
another.
bone?
Huh?
Did it come off the? It didn't come off and break through the skin, right?
No, 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 no. I didn't have any muscle problems like that. I had
Okay.
a tibula fibula snap. Luckily, it was Jeff Yeager that jumped on me to do the move. and he's pretty big.
That's why you said. That's why you said stop making fun of. Oh, now I get
I
it.
do kind of like the guy, man. I like the guy. He kept me safe in the match. He was very professional about it. Um,
He probably is professional, bro, but he doesn't know that he just don't know the booking he took was so trash bag show.
so with the leg breaking, if you watch the video back, my tag team partner and his tag team partner both start moving out of position. If you know anything about wrestling, it's two things that you need in wrestling. You need the right position and the right timing. If you don't have
ring
those,
ring awareness.
right. So if you see the video, you see we all start standing up after the first high spot. And you see that I stay in place because I'm not trying to leave my area because I know that that's where he wants me to jump. That's what he told me before the show. Hey, this is where I want you to be because he was gonna do a he's gonna do a senton from the top turnbuckle to us on the outside.
Okay.
Now, personally, you know me, I don't mind taking high spots and doing high spots. I think you were also at the other show I broke my cracked my ankle at, right? The one in Orlando.
Yeah. I was at that one.
Yeah, and that was also again this is a lesson for younger wrestlers. And you know when vets tell you this, and you think that it's just us being assholes, it's really not. If somebody gets in the ring and doesn't do what they're telling you to do, move.
Yeah, listen, I've gotten hurt before unintentionally. Uh, John Strange, not saying he hurt me intentionally. He did a moonsault, and I think it was like the hoof of his foot hit me like right here.
Did he call it to you though?
No, I knew it was coming. I mean, I
Yeah, see,
seen
that's what I
it.
mean. So I'm just saying that if you have something coming that you don't know, so like the situation that happened with me in
That's why I said
Orlando,
it wasn't intentional. It's not like he was
right?
being a dick and just like, just moonsault. It's just
Right. Yeah. See, so what happened in Orlando was I was working two Spanish speaking guys because I was working the ICW show,
okay.
and one of them was translating for us before the match. And I know if you know when you work a guy that only speaks one language and you can't communicate in the ring, it's got to go to the way you called it in the back.
Yes.
If it doesn't go the way you called it in the back, something's going to happen. So he called senton onto me and my partner over the top rope. So all he had to do was a flipping senton, just run off the ropes and flip over onto us. You can see it in the video too. You see us set up after the move and we're staring at the ring. Nobody's in the ring. So then we realize, like, okay, he's not in the ring. So where is it? We look up to our left and he's getting up on the turnbuckle. And the guy's like 250 pounds and he decides to do uh, a swanton bomb
Okay.
onto us standing
For no reason.
for
Okay.
no reason, without calling it, without saying anything. Now maybe he said swanton in the back and the translation got messed up because senton and swanton do kind of sound, maybe they sound similar. I don't know what they sound like in Spanish, but um, so he goes to do the swanton, and this is where I learned move. I realized he was going to fall right on his head,
So
and
you kind of you you try to protect them, but fucked yourself in the same way.
I put my body down instead of my body flat for him to land on me like a swanton because they would just look too obvious. I kind of leaned my body down forward, and he caught the top of my shoulder with his head, and it pretty much snapped my ankle almost.
I seen that happen with at a knockout show. What's that guy? Candela, Benny Candela, like
Oh,
five
I know
years
what you're
ago.
talking about.
Yeah, he Venom was on the floor. I think Venom wasn't in the right position or whatever, and he did a moonsault. And I guess the way he did it, like just not to hit his head, he fucking he shattered his knee basically.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, that's the risk of wrestling, but that one is different than the one what happened with Jaeger. What happened with Jaeger, and I watched the video 100 times, and I had to see it. It was really no one's fault, but at the same time, like I'm on the indie level. I know it was a championship match. Should I really been taking a swanton from somebody from the top rope?
you're in the Indies. You shouldn't be taking none of that stupid shit.
Exactly. So that's what I've learned now, and that's the point.
TV taping, something
Oh yeah,
different.
all day. You're putting me on TV. You're gonna pay me for TV. I'm
These
doing
guys
all.
don't understand that. That's why they're blowing all their TV opportunities. Like when
Right.
they go for their little TV tryouts, oh my god, bro. The stories I hear are fucking funny.
I've still not yet to do one of those
A tryout?
for TV.
Hmm. How much you weigh now?
I'm still 300,
Hmm.
but I'm still active enough to be able to do it. I am getting back into the gym. As you know, we've been in contact. I am gonna go back and work out with Bob Cook. I have a
That's fucking perfect to show you how to wrestle with that injury.
Yeah, and it's good for me and his size. I wrestled with. I learned how to wrestle from a smaller guy. He was never really able to teach me. He's able to teach me, but not able to teach me big man stuff. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense because I think there was a shadow show with Vince and you had something in the back, right?
Vince
Vince was
was.
the
That's one of the things that Vince helped me with. Was he explained to me. Like one of the things I used to do, and if you look back at my videos before, and you look at some of the ones that I had over the past few years, I used to bump way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't bump. I bump, but not like it's more realistic. You got to actually put me down.
It takes time. Like it takes like every show I used to go to, I used to let them hit me.
Right.
Now it makes no sense. I rather it build up, you know?
Right. One shot is better than 15 shots.
Well, like, I learned that in CCW. With Benny Blanco, like all those matches, and then finally, I got my ass whooped. Finally, someone hit me. It was more.
And the
Oh
payoff was better. The crowd
yeah,
probably reacted better.
oh yeah, Magic City. That was the shit for the crowd. Whenever I got my ass whooped, it
Right.
was
They
like,
weren't they because they didn't see it every week now.
nah,
Now it's
nah.
a right, now it's a thing that oh my god, now he got hit. Yeah.
We waited 6 months for someone to punch him in the face. You
Like
know what I
WWE
mean?
does that kind of storytelling all the time.
Yeah, but they don't understand none of that. You know what I mean? So you're gonna start training with Bob Cook.
I'm gonna
When do
start
you
getting back into the ring with Bob. I have a couple other vets that want to try and help me out a little bit, and
when
we're gonna.
when do you feel you'll be ready?
I honestly feel like I could wrestle now, but I don't want to just jump into it like we've been talking this whole
No,
conversation. I do feel
no.
like there has to be some level of respect for this sport, especially after breaking my leg. There has to be some level of respect for this sport. So I'm thinking maybe the summer I'm going to come back fully,
Woo. Okay. Okay,
and
that's
I
not
I
bad.
have a few targets on my list already that should
Any
probably
promote?
be looking
You
over
know
their
what?
backs.
I'm not gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you any promotions you wanna. I don't want to ask you that because
You be honest. Boone the Gator King is a niche, I guess you could say. I do want to get back into CCW.
yeah, but you just did this interview with me, so you may be back on the blacklist
I'm
until
already
it's
on the
over.
blacklist. It's okay.
Yeah, so
Um, my
just
main
try.
goals are honestly my goals are not indie.
It shouldn't be. I mean, honestly, you need to start doing out of state shows.
That's my goal. That's one of
Yeah.
my goals. I plan on
It,
doing more out of state
if
shows.
you're
The only
gonna
place
if you're gonna be in the indies, you should have fucking fun. Before I let you finish, I really want to get this out there, bro. Like me, Benny, Nick Swift, Alex Misery, you know, we used to have fun in that. We used to have fun traveling. You feel me? Like me and Nick, I took Nick down to CCW in Miami so he could have fun. But me, Benny, Alex, man, we used to go up and down. We used to go to Nashville. We used to go everywhere. And it's just fun when you just like go out,
yeah.
And like,
I used to love going to Kansas when I'd go up to Kansas, man. I'd fly up to Kansas, do a show every weekend, and I think I was going there once a month for about 3.5 months straight. Again, that was something that they wanted the me and Cliff package, and Cliff just couldn't make those kind of trips. Um,
look, me and my wife was watching some food thing and they were talking about Skylark's chili. And I
yeah,
was like, babe, I had Skylark chili, me, Benny, Vince, all of us, Cincinnati, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? Like on
yeah. The
our
travels are
way.
the travels are what you need to do, man. In this business, it's people are gonna if you stay in your own If you stay in your own circle or in your own water, you're never gonna become the bigger fish.
Yeah, basically.
So
So
on that note, and you
what do you,
asked, and I'll tell you,
yeah, I want to hear.
the only places you'll be able to find Boone the Gator King, unless, like I said, CCW or ALW, the only other two places that I would consider, will be Tampa Bay and UCW for the foreseeable future.
Okay. Okay.
So,
I'm probably banned from Tampa Bay.
I think I might be able to help you with that.
Me and the ring announcer got smoke. That's not gonna work
Della
out.
Rosa?
Yeah.
Why you got a problem with Della Rosa?
I didn't. She took it. Look, all right. So what happened was, she took a. You know how most of these people, they look for friends when they don't got friends. So she took a shot at me. Okay, and I shot back, and then I guess like
Her
they
husband
tried
took a
to.
shot at you?
Yeah. So I super fired back. And then after I super fired back, they realized like she went on Duke Loves Wrestling, and like, yo, dog, it was like the worst thing. It was like the worst thing for an internet thing. And they like tried, and they did heel talk, and they did all this shit, and tried to make me look evil. And
No, you are evil.
at the end of the day, you fucking came from a gym that holds a pedophile as your trainer. So it was just like one of those things, and I just feel like I could do business, but they can't do business. You feel me? Because they're not on my level. I've been on shows with people that I don't fucking like, bro. And you know this, bro. Like, I've been on shows with people I done put
You
my
book
hands
people
on,
you don't
bro.
like.
I book people I don't like, bro. Like, I book people I actually fucking hate. You feel me? But I don't think they could do business. Dax, I've managed Dax once or twice in this lifetime. I know he could do business. I know probably some of the people in the locker room could do business, but I don't see them. I don't see Rip or fucking Schmello Rosa over there doing fucking business, bro.
I can't. They've been nothing but nice to me, so I can't be too
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, don't get involved, because then she'll do the whole yelling and screaming in the background for
No, they've
fucking.
been nothing but nice to me in the
Yeah.
background and working with them, and that's why I was a little shocked that you said you had some issues with her. That's why I didn't think you
Well,
had any issues.
I thought we were fucking cool, bro. Like, we were cool in Magic City, and then you know what it is, bro? It's like it's like Ashley. Like, I swore me and Ashley were fucking cool. You feel me? We've been on mad shows together. I took a shot at these autism kids, and here comes her fat ass taking shots at me. Like if I'm doing something wrong. Like, I just feel like they look for attention, and they use me, for their clout, and it backfires because, dog, I'm like a fucking machine gun. I'll fucking rapid fire you. Like, I'm like a fucking AK, bro. I shot at De La Rosa fast, bro. Like,
I gotta go look this up now. Didn't even see it was there.
bro, I was getting banned and all. I called her the fat Samantha Rose, bro. Like, like I put, like, bro, I was getting like, bro, my Facebook was down for like almost a month, bro.
So before we go, I have one more thing I want to ask. I have one more thing I want to ask you.
Go
Let's
ahead,
go
bro. Go
back
ahead,
to the
bro.
business thing.
Go back to the business.
How do you feel about WWE working with TNA Impact?
It's only one step closer for me getting back to the business. I've done business with TNA,
Right.
so I've done
But
like
so this goes to the ID thing, and this goes back to everything. So do you think it's if you put forth the effort into this business today, do you think you'll get a better return than you did 10 years ago?
I don't know yet. I can't comment on that yet, only because I'm still researching it. I don't
Because
know if it's going to
that's
be
what
a
we
good
need. So that's
idea
what that's
or a bad idea.
that's what I think we need as the independent wrestling scene. That, and I think that we need.
Well, everyone's still waiting. Everyone in Florida is waiting for me to like expose it, but there's nothing to expose because I only know. I don't know nobody yet that has it. I think Culture Inc. is WWE ID now, right?
Um, I don't think all of them. I think just
No, I think all
I
three of
thought it
them
was
are.
just Eli.
I think it's all three of them because they're all
I
as a
mean, well,
team.
honestly, they deserve it. So
As a team, they're all in reality of wrestling.
yes, yes, they are, and they were in the
So
tag team championship picture for a long time.
yeah, so I don't know yet because I haven't spoken to them in so long because I haven't been on no like they stopped doing Florida shows for good reasons.
Hmm.
And because of them stopped doing Florida shows, they have Vans, they've done 205, they've done bro, they were like super Vans. But
I
I
mean, let's
don't
be honest. Let's be honest. As you mentioned, Culture Inc. That's a team, though.
yeah,
That is a
that's one of my top five favorite tag teams, like
and
in the
Eli
indies.
Knight is a talent that is probably generational that a lot of people just
Well,
haven't seen yet.
I just like the whole thing they do, like from top to bottom, from when they were playing with the internet during COVID, like because during COVID, those motherfuckers and their content, their non wrestling content was fucking hilarious. Everything they were doing was hilarious and it was perfect, and they evolved, and those guys, uh even the girl that's with them now, like she's
Yeah.
evolved too with her content too, but I'm I don't know yet, bro. Like I haven't met anyone yet that like I could tell you more about what the NWA is trying to do with the indies and what
Well, the NWA is another big reason that I think that WWE has decided to do this.
yeah, they're copying them.
Well, yeah, well, they always copy everybody, but they want to be the first to succeed in doing something. They don't ever want somebody else to do it first
Yeah, but all the NWA is doing is just taking good promoters
and
and
rewarding them.
yeah, basically like the dude from Texas, that's a fucking good promotion. That draws. And he put his money up to be NWA Texas, and now he gets more backup, more good wrestlers, more TV time, more. You know what I mean? So I don't know what what's gonna happen to us. I'm
Well,
not worried.
I will
I'm not
say
worried
this.
about me yet because I'm shooting for the comedy thing and the acting thing real
Yeah,
soon.
I will say this. I would, as a wrestling fan, I am intrigued and probably going to watch the next Impact pay per view.
Yeah, because look, if you can't get a contract for the next 3 years, you can always go back to the Tampa Zoo. I mean, there's always a job there for you.
No, not at the Tampa Zoo. I like eating gator.
Oh,
They don't like people that eat gator for some reason. They don't. I thought it was like a buffet for me. I guess they think
oh,
people are too scared to go grab the gator.
oh man.
They don't know the Gator King. It just happened. It happened so fast, and it was really good gator though.
Oh, oh, Kimo Sabe, problem with
It
Peter
wa-
now
it was
because
at
of
Busch
you.
Gardens, by the way, and
Oh man,
I'm not allowed to
problem.
go there anymore. You know how they have the fence?
Oh
They have the
man,
fence up now.
now I have problems with Peter. Oh man.
No, I didn't kill it. I didn't kill a gator in the wild, so you shouldn't have any
No,
problems
no,
with
no.
Peter.
I'm being serious. Look, I've never had gator before. Never.
You've never eaten gator?
No.
Tastes like chicken.
And you one of the few people that know my wife outside of wrestling, and she's from the south, and she's eating gator, and I still haven't eaten
Tastes
gator.
like chicken. You know what? The next time we work a show together, I'm gonna bring you some gator bites. I'm not gonna tell you it's gator bites. I'm gonna hand it to you with some barbecue sauce. And I'm gonna say it's chicken nuggets. We're gonna see how you eat it and see how you feel.
uh, Man,
I'll tell you
man.
afterwards, like after you digested it, it's all down in your system.
And before I let you go, because this is pre-recorded Sunday, I'm probably gonna play. I'm probably gonna work fast and release this tonight because you know uh Mucho Monday, what that's dedicated to.
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
I
I'm
can't
just
wait
gonna
for Much
blow it
Show
up
Monday
now.
this week.
I'm just gonna blow it up now. Okay. If, if you're watching tonight, this is probably gonna replay like around 8 o'clock. If you're watching tonight, Mud Show Monday is actually sponsored by George from FWF. Okay. I had to take the original content I had, bro. Okay. Chop it up, speed it up, and put something else on it, okay? Because he literally He literally said, "Yo, you got to put this on." And I said, "Nah,
All
I
right,
can't do
folks,
that."
that's got to tell you that you need to watch this shit.
And I'm like, "I don't want to do this." So I heard the little cha-ching sign from the Zell thing, and he's like, "I don't care if anyone. I want this person to know I sent you this video, bros."
Look, if Crackhead, what was her name last week? Crackhead Betty?
Brachiosaurus, bro.
Crackosaurus. If Crackosaurus and Big Tits Magoo or whatever the hell we were calling, what's his
Titty
name?
Rhodes. Titty Rhodes, bro.
If that was anything leading up to what we're about to see tomorrow,
Oh my God, this
oh, I'm
one
all
is
for it.
called. You ready for it? This one is called Football.
And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we are going to end this. I think I'm going to
Listen,
go find myself a Mud Show Monday to
like,
announce one of these weeks.
Boom, like I said, bro, you can come on anytime you want. You know, me and you, we always been cool. Folks, if you wanna listen to me every week, I'm on Spotify, iHeart, all them good things, Facebook every Sunday night for the replay. Boom, where can we find you at?
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. Search Boone the Gator King anytime you want. I'm going to be coming out with a lot of new content here soon, and I'm going to be dropping some promos here in a few weeks. So if you like these TV quality promos, that's me.
Yes, it's been a while since we got a Boom promo. January 25th, Hudson, Florida, 14630 US 19. You can catch me and some of your ECW favorites like Bill Alfonso, Gary Wolf, the ex ECW TV champion Jason Knight for NCW Music and Mayhem. Show starts at 6 o'clock, bro. We've been non-stop promoting. I mean, we've been
I've been
ToyCon
seeing
last
that one all
week.
over too.
Yeah, we're really trying to do this. I mean, we had Gary with us, we had Bill with us. Like, we're really trying to, Gary's really preaching this old school promoter mentality thing, and the promoter Paulie, he's been up all night, like, really doing this. So January 25th, make sure you catch us on Boom Gator King coming back in the summer. You'll see him at Tampa Bay Bro Wrestling and Universal Championship Wrestling. I am Ooh, that was good. I am Michael L. Ray. You're watching Ring Fever, and I'll catch you later, folks.
And you will see you at the bottom of the river.
All right, talk to you later. One.
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.